Okay, let's finish this, shall we? Is this going to be the end? It is very likely going to be the end. It is very likely going to be the end. Now, to recall, we're going to go through our force quit boxes for Team C, Team Q, and Team D. So, Team C, where's your force quit box? Up here, I believe. No. Incorrect. Obviously, it's this one. We've seen this scene already, but why not? Let's watch it again.
Now announcing the current casualties. Presently, there are none. Please continue enjoying the decision game.
Ha! Enjoy my ass!
Don't mind if I do.
Well, at least everything went well. We now know that Q team and D team are safe.
Oh, so the votes were balanced.
You mean from back at 1330?
I'm pretty sure that's the moment.
Look at that old-ass computer.
What time is it now?
Makes...
0003.
Does that mean we're in the new year?
If the time on this watch is right, I guess so.
Whoa, but wait. What
If it's right.
time
It's not
going
right.
in reverse?
What are you talking about, Junpei?
Instead, it's
I am
December
just
31st,
thought maybe that
12
was
a.m.
the case.
We just loop back to the start of the day.
So,
Connie voice, what the fuck,
what do
Junpei?
we do now?
This is becoming a regular thing.
Want to play hoops?
There aren't any balls.
We can use Gab.
Don't use Gab.
Junpei, you're really...
Then how about that box?
We haven't really gotten an explanation about Gab, have we? Force quit box.
Seriously, what the hell is this thing?
a force quit box.
I know that.
I wonder
I'm
if
asking
in this...
what exactly it's going to end.
I wonder if in this
Whatever
timeline,
it is, we can't do anything unless we have the password.
the other nodes with the force quit box.
Password. Huh.
What is it, Carlos?
I feel like I can almost remember
Carlos, you already been
What?
in...
the password to open this box.
How do you know?
Just shut up for a second. I think the password has to be...
The reason the other force quit boxes were open was that Team C opened their force quit box successfully. It was Vive Hodier. Your choice is made. Whee! What's that?
What the hell is
What's that
this?
silly bootleg Mario
It looks
educational
like a
game
device of some kind.
thing? Just I like your choice.
Something's appearing on the monitor.
What do we got?
To execute the force quit program, the central control computer must be booted.
Central control computer?
Oh, this is the same
Did we
box.
ever see something like that in here?
If there isn't, then we're out of luck.
This is the same box. Oh, this is the same box. Dead end.
Hey, Carlos, how did you know that password?
I'm not sure.
What?
I don't know how I knew.
This is just a guess, but... Carlos, did you possibly shift from another timeline?
Wait, shift?
Shift.
Memories.
Oh, so it was like that then.
Hey, come on. You're the only one to figure it.
Sorry, just could you be quiet for a second? I need to think about something.
Alright. Hmm.
You've been sitting here for an hour, Carlos. Could you maybe share what you've been thinking about?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
I was thinking about you, Akane.
Me?
You're, well, to be
What?
blunt,
What?
pretty hot.
Where the fuck did this come from?
We may never manage to make
What?
our way out of the shelter.
The fuck?
You know what that means, right?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
What is going
What
on?
are you getting at, you asshole?
Oh, look. A Neanderthal is trying
What
to
the
block my
fuck?
way.
What? Wait, what the hell?
The fuck is this? What the fuck?
Carlos!
What the fuck is... What the fuck?
Please stop this!
Shut the fuck up!
What the fuck?
You
What?
bastard!
What? What the... What was that? Is this... Are you playing some, like, 5D chess here? What the fuck is happening?
What the? Hey! Wait up!
I'm... What?
What the hell are you doing, Carlos? I suppose I couldn't control myself. You asshole! What? Is that all you got? What did you say? That's the extent of your feelings for Akane? Huh? Damn you!
Well,
That was a good one. Oh, I can tell you're finally getting fired up over this. Shut the fuck up! You fucking asshole!
okay, what? We good? What the fuck was that?
Carlos, are you all right?
Yeah, that was nothing. Anyway,
What?
hey man, what do you say to a drink?
What?
To clean the slate between us. Come on. This one'll work fine.
Alright, what?
Ah, damn it. I blame you for this, Junpei. My hands are all shaky after your brutal punches. Sorry, but could you guys help me clean this up?
What the fuck is happening? Alright. And this is our elevator. It'll just descend. The elevator's going down beneath the bar. Alright.
Thanks, guys.
What?
Sure.
Guys, it's almost time.
What the fuck is going on
Right.
here?
Now it is time for you to sleep.
What the fuck was
When
that?
next you wake, know you will have
I'm-
no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Is like the charitable thoughts of what the fuck just happened. The charitable thoughts behind what the fuck just happened are that Carlos just remembered the events of the whole game and decided to do some real sus shit to try and speedrun the relationship development between Junpei and Akane. And then tried to just share a drink afterwards. Sure. I mean, okay. The other thing we can take from that scene, is that, yeah, the box is the same box that all three teams have seen. We've seen the three box lead-up scenes individually. That was before we knew that this was all the same room. That was all the same box. So now we're seeing the progression here. Team C gets the box open. Now Team Q has the reboot the main computer prompt. And now Team D is going to get the insert our significant items prompt.
Now announcing the current casualties. Presently, there are none. Please continue enjoying the decision game.
They're just messing with us.
Well, this is good, though. Now we know no one's died so far.
So far, you make it sound like somebody will die at some point.
Isn't that obvious? We're all human.
Oh,
We're all
There's
humans
no
with
way I'm
nice
dying of
beating.
old age here.
We're all humans with nice
Oh,
beating
but
hearts.
I guess the vote at 1330 went really well.
Sounds like everyone spread the votes out.
Wait, forget that for now. Look at your bracelets.
0003?
There's our time
Not
offset.
exactly a Happy New Year kind of mood, is it?
Yeah, there's nothing to be happy about.
There is! The death count is 0. That's plenty to be happy over. That being said, how about a celebratory shot?
Do you need to rub it in?
Oh, that's right. You're still a minor.
That's not what I meant at all.
His head. He's got a giant metal orb on his head, remember?
And now we know the truth
Oh,
there.
That thing.
He is a giant metal
Don't you
orb.
have some sort of mouth part to open?
No. Of course I don't. If it opened, it would have done that a long... It's open.
Huh?
Look, the box. The force quit box.
That explains this.
Let's check it out.
Why is it open?
And what's up with this weird device?
Huh, something's displayed on the monitor here.
Another trick between the three.
It says, to execute the force quit program, the central control computer must be booted.
Another trick between the three lounges is
Central
that the force
control
quit box gets
computer.
moved each time.
What if... Maybe it's...
Hey, where are you going?
Hi, Gab. I'm a little sad that we didn't get a puzzle room in here,
Where
but
are we?
The
If-
map says we're in...
with fucking
Quantum Computer Dome.
Amino Sagiri,
Computers in here govern all the
ass
functions
computer.
that run within the shelter.
Why do you know that?
I can't really tell you why, because I don't know.
A puzzle in this room would
Anyway,
be real similar to the
Think of this.
Q room from
It's a
Virtue's Last
central control
Reward.
computer.
And that would have been fun, I think.
So, what about that thing?
Wait, I feel like I'm remembering something. I know.
No what?
The way you start up the system. First, we need to get the cover off. There's no way we can insert the plug if we don't.
The plug.
Please, just shh. Huh, I think the number is...
So the number for this is 38080832. Your choice is made.
Ah, it opened.
Now all we have to do is insert the plug here.
So, where is this plug?
I think
Do we get a second number prompt?
if we input the right numbers here...
Good thing. What?
Wait. What do numbers for your head have anything to do with the plug for this?
Oh, hey, Mary, you weren't alive for this, but
I should just do it. You might get it then.
Stop avoiding the question.
Do you even know what should go there?
The numbers are,
enter code. The code is 61404091. Your choice is made. Ooh. I saw Sean vent.
Are you kidding me? You're... Ah!
He's a metal Dullahan. Meanwhile, Mira's just,
Eric, it's been an hour. Would you just get used to it already?
Just ignore him and do the thing.
How can I? I mean, it's a robot. For real? Could you maybe do something about it?
is this better?
Did you do the thing?
Yeah. Now the shape brings out your eyes.
So this doesn't freak you out or anything at all?
I could say the same to you.
Well, not much phases me. I'm just not that type. You could have been a Martian for all I care.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first found out. I thought my heart was in my throat.
Then I realized I didn't have a throat.
Have a heart.
Or a throat.
Hey, hold on. Did you say when you first found out?
I meant it happened to me before. In the past. In another history.
Another?
I remembered everything.
Which means our boy has learned how
when
to...
I saw what I looked like earlier.
Okay, so our protagonists do end up remembering the events of the game in these outcomes. Q probably because of the outcome when he uploaded himself to the cloud.
You see, my brain isn't located in this head. My thought center is there, inside the quantum computer. That is where I think, perceive, and send command signals to this body. For example, when I raise my hand like this, it's simply receiving a command. Just like a remote-controlled toy. Did you know? A quantum state is one where all possibilities overlap and coexist. This quantum computer, then, is able to use this state and run, say, simulations A, B, and C simultaneously. Basically, my brain is an infinite number of worlds and possibilities. So I can use that framework and... well, jump between other histories.
Oh, there's no way.
That I could do that?
So
But
Team D
it's
has
possible
shift.
that you two might be undergoing the same thing.
Team D is
There's
shifting.
a theory. Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain. It's called quantum mind. It's more or less suggesting a human brain is a form of quantum computer.
Team A has a
If
morphogenetic
a specific
field,
set of conditions are met, then you too can.
and Team
Jump
Q
to other
has
histories?
quantum computing. Quantum computing.
This sounds like crazy talk.
You don't believe me?
Of course not.
Oh, I don't blame you. I guess I should explain everything then.
Please? Start at the beginning.
Before I begin, I need to do one little thing.
Did we reboot the computer? Oh, venting.
What did you just do?
Just a little something.
Oh, I just got to reboot first. Oh.
Nothing changed. Huh.
That we can see. But it looks like the message changed.
Yes, I started up the system earlier.
It says force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. What does that even mean?
Wait, it seems like there's something else.
The key items are...
A mother's mementos?
I wonder what those could be.
So, this is saying we need to find them?
Does that mean they're hidden around here somewhere?
Technically,
that's
technically,
true-
yes.
I don't think we have the time.
Damn. Guess our time's up.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Alright, that's 2 down. Team D, it is time. Is this your force quit box? Yes. I still want to know what the fuck Carlos was on. It feels a little cheap that would be just speedrunning that relationship development. But... sat there, thought for an hour, and then tried to jump on Akane. And then got beat up by Junpei.
There are none.
Time for a happy family.
Please continue enjoying the decision game.
Hey, excuse me, but could we maybe call a cab? We have a lost child here.
Who are you talking about?
Well, best to get her home soon. Her mother must be worried. And
You know better than anyone that I don't have one.
Hello, Miss Ginger.
good God.
0003? We're in the new year now?
So it's no longer 2028, but
January 1st, 2029. Our memories end after we voted at 1330.
now we're stuck with a 10-hour blank gap.
Were we really asleep that whole time? We might have woken up several times since then, but we've only forgotten about it.
Because of the drugs.
Hey, look, the box.
Really, it's a clever trick how they made the
force
timing
grid
work
box.
here. And of course, you do have the mini Shawns. And all that, so...
Why is it open?
No idea.
There's text displayed on the monitor.
Force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. How about that?
Wait, I think there's more to the message.
Each is a mother's memento. A mother's memento?
Diana, does any of that ring a bell for you?
No!
Maybe.
Hey, what's wrong?
My head! My head!
A lot happened to her.
No. That can't be.
We're a happy family.
Did you remember something?
But if that's true,
Then we
the key items we need to insert are...
are a happy family. Now we remember. A. Buys brooch. And B. The other item we left behind. The bluebird in the cage. Your choice is made. For the last time, perhaps. Now it's Diana's turn to remember the whole game, including the JPEG babies. And
Diana?
oh,
What's gotten into you?
Fi. Oh, Fi!
thinking?
What? No.
They're both shifters too. Are they remembering?
Diana, you're...
Oh,
Sigma!
You don't have to say anything.
oh, we all got our memories back.
This is enough for now.
Oh, oh. Bigger on the inside. We've activated the force quit box. Oh boy. Oh, do we have, Very curious to see. Does it matter which we pick? No, I imagine it doesn't. Alright. This seems to be the final outcome no matter what, so we're just going to jump into a random teams. The final decision. There is a final decision. Wee! Wee! Okay, so we're back here.
I knew it. Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The 3 wards were all in the same place. Then...
Oh, we're all awake?
Carlos!
Akane. Junpei.
And Mira and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Ah.
Carlos, what happened?
Proof of friendship.
What?
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
So
Wait.
Does that mean?
When you,
I remember everything.
Wait, so the fight
I
was
did
to,
Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's
Okay,
more
okay,
like we
Akane.
accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Okay, so the fight was,
You have the other history's memories too?
the fight between
Yes.
Team C was cover to
Then
slip
They're
the
like
cards
us.
into their bracelets. Okay.
Why?
Alright, I can accept that.
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
Then neither of you got injected?
No. We're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning. First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero.
Oh.
I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
Oh, our camera
And
angle
that's
is
when
the angle
Sean
of Zero.
let us in on the truth of what's
Of
going
Delta.
on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
Okay. Now you two make sense. But what about you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me.
Then
Every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
Hell yeah.
He said he managed to cancel the forced sleep and delete functions.
What about C team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
First, Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what? It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear. He
Ah.
said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
He couldn't talk about it because surveillance.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room. You can see the result of our conversation.
There's a friendly little talk.
You should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
and after that,
We met Akane in the lounge.
And then had our little
We hid
glass
it from the
thing.
cameras, and each got a card from her.
sorry, but could I get confirmation on something?
So what happened when Zero actually made to
Everyone
move
knows what all happened
you around?
in the other histories, right?
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
But
Sean!
why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories?
Well, that's probably...
You want to know?
Oh, hi, DC Douglas. Shotgun.
Q? Or maybe it's actually 0.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta. There's no need to look so threatening.
Mother.
You were the one who named me, Diana. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I shall answer your question. Carlos, Akane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct? Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time?
No.
No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many times. From one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances. Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed.
Once the keys were in the morphogenetic field.
However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer.
You could clear the hurdles of the force quit box and regain your memories.
What about me and Mira?
Who are you?
Like me, in that we do not have the ability to shift.
Oh.
You don't?
I have another power instead. The power to mind hack.
What?
Mind hack?
I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now.
What?
Step away from that device, Phi.
Then, when we blocked the injection...
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist. Hence, why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this? Because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So
Several
why did you do
objectives.
You want to know? It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
What do you mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Phi is...
Wait. They're children?
November 16th, 2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter. This was another history.
JPEG baby. Gosh dang it, JPEG twins.
Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008.
I mean,
Records indicate
okay.
that she was part of an experiment.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904, and then forward again to 2008?
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
We've gone off topic. But yes, that was one of the major goals. Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about
Current
epigenetics.
forms.
You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code.
Current forms as shifters?
Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold star.
Let's remember here that Baby Phi in 1904 got shipped 1,000 years to the future. 1904, 2000. 100 years to the future. 100 years to the future. And then got taken in. got taken in by. A couple in America. Remember, these German dudes, 1904, stuck a baby in the super special alien ice pod and said, "Aha, little baby, we send you into the future. Auf Wiedersehen." And then the baby was still there.
This is the reason I have my mind-hacking abilities.
Mind hacking.
Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter.
It's theoretically possible.
D-Team, do you recall what was written on your wall?
We're the only ones who didn't translate.
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
Are they the only ones who didn't solve their anagram?
No way.
What?
What you choose can materialize us.
Oh.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held. So that the Vi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
There's the canon ending. What?
Fuck you,
Oh God!
old man!
Oh God! No! Ah! Holy shit! All right, now what? All right, Eric.
It's over.
You may be right.
What?
Diana, take this.
Whee!
Put it in. Your bluebird, too.
It's ready.
Is this the final decision?
Verified. Key items were set. Executing force quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
Oh!
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
I would have told you if you hadn't drop kicked me.
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the Force Quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
No!
Why would you?
What? No!
Gab,
Oh Jesus!
Did you kill Gab?
Not Gab!
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
So Gab was a real dog.
You monster!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I've not told you everything about it.
Oh no.
Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking. It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as I wish.
Are you gonna make Eric kill you?
Like this.
Ghost tricks.
Eric! Why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power. So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
Promptly walks through the door again, perfectly alive.
5 minutes until explosion.
What should we do? What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira?
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift,
Jump.
all of us, together.
Alright.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and I...
Can't
I'm
shift?
sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is...
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it. We'll resonate, and then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
Are we gonna jump to the history where we won the coin toss?
Shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Is that the purpose of the coin toss being
we need
winnable?
to jump to where all of us are alive.
Are we going to jump to the...
all alive.
Are we gonna jump to the timeline when we,
Do you mean...
win the coin toss? Fuck yeah, we are. We are. Oh god. Yep. We're coming full
The
fucking
history
circle.
Where we won the coin toss.
Ah!
3 minutes until explosion.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea?
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Yes,
Mira,
I do.
You're
Life
saying they,
is simply
but
unfair.
We're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers.
Even more of a reason not to.
We're the
If we
true
shift to that
versions.
history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
The us in that history have done nothing wrong. I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
You could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
Huh.
1 minute until explosion.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have two choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
Will we stay or should we stay or should we go? Oh shit. Do we get a choice? Oh wow. Legitimately get a choice. Naturally. Your choice is made. This feels like a game over. Yeah, because like nothing could possibly happen here other than kaboom. Ooh, we got all their achievements. There's our final decision. Jump to here. Now let's get our finale. Time to decide. Your choice is made. There we have it, the final decision. What? Alright. Payoff 2.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
Guess what? Now about to be,
Could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
this is where this ending ended off. It's our first hint that this kid and Q are two different forces here. And now we shift. And all these confused souls who just got out of the game get yeeted into the depths of DCOM to explode.
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
then we really did.
Oh, must have worked.
Life is unfair. Don't you think?
Oh, Gab!
You bastard.
17 years ago, A snail traveled down a narrow path in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal? Would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And
Oh, you sweet
not
child.
crime.
Murder.
Murder? I see. But I haven't killed anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind-hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history?
Timeline crimes.
So, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all.
As a consequence of winning the
You've
coin
slept
toss.
For quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away.
Oh.
Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals.
Oh, thank you for
received from
explaining that.
satellite.
But yeah, just that quantum computer and
Why?
giant transporter
Aren't you
pods.
happy?
Just
I say again.
load it up
in
into a
this
semi,
history,
carry him away.
Not a single person has died. Phi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
A religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Phi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Mira,
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with? Very well. I will give all of you one last choice.
Uh-oh.
With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and man.
Wait, hold on. Before we do that, it all depends on what happens in this very moment here. But if we don't actually get a decision game, then the decision game is mind-jacking.
Mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
Are we gonna get it? Just a thought I had. Gonna get one? We're gonna cut the credits. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Curious to see if we get 0 credit in here. Oh man. There he is. DC Douglas. What a freaking legend. Holy shit. This is certainly... So... The ultimate, We really do have a big timeline knot that centers in DCOM here. Junpei and Akane end up in DCOM. Well, there's a whole lot that centers that comes to a central point in DCOM. The whole free the soul, the free the soul business, Junpei and Akane, the first nonary game. The first nonary game, back when Akane was a child. The second nonary game, to save Akane from disappearing. Then we end up in DCOM, which is orchestrated by Delta to bring himself and Phi into existence, based on in an almost predestination sense. God, that's... It creates a different perception of the mystery of that radio broadcast in Virtue's Last Reward about the DCOM incident. When you find out that this is just a big... this is a big predestination matter. That Delta arranged to be born. It's weird wrapping my head around what Delta knows in what shape and form sense of the word. When he doesn't actually maintain memories between timelines, he just is in a timeline and then just mindjacks the nearest dude to figure out what the fuck's going on. And then shit goes from there. Oh. You know what? CQD End 2. There it is. There's nothing else to see here, is there? Yeah. You are here. I genuinely... mainly going here. To one last time. What does he see? I haven't looked at any of this throughout this entire game. Because nothing was brought up whatsoever. Reverie syndrome, the daydream syndrome. The brain cannot handle the amount of information entering the brain and it shuts down. Cause of the syndrome is partial manifestation of shifting powers. Free the soul, yeah. Brother. Hairworm. Ew. Parasites. 2 to the 100, yeah. Privately owned by a company researching space development. Oh! DCOM is owned by Free the Soul, which means that, fucking Delta is involved in Free the Soul after all. Stabat Mater Dolorosa. When Latin hymn, it roughly translates to The Sorrowful Mother Stood. That's a Team D. Ah, hello, Incinerator. And phrases. Plaudite acta est fabula. A familiar line from VLR translates to applaud, the play is over. Decine fata deum flecti, spirade precando. From the Aeneid, it roughly translates to fate and the dooming gods are deaf to tears. Mor certa, ora incerta. Translates to death is certain, its hour is uncertain. Multiverse in the single path. Protagonist P travels down a road until he reaches a three-way fork. You, the player, choose a left path, P ends up abducted by terrorists and hold up in an underground cell forever. Try a second time. Select the right path. Avoid the terrorists, but P is hit by a truck and permanently handicapped. Getting annoyed, you sign, go back to choose the last route straight down the middle. P comes across a man attacking a girl from an affluent family and fights him off. The girl and P, fall in love, get married, and live together happily. By this point, the game is mostly over. It is its ending that is considered the best end. But is it really? This goes back to our talk about shifting, isn't it? Taking the multiverse theory into consideration, the P who chose the left path must think, why am I not the P who chose the center path and instead stuck in this cell? There's only one world, and the LP's history disappears once P chooses the center path. Some of you might be thinking, then why isn't it just a straight road? It's not that simple. What happens to the P with the P who picked the right path? He gets into an accident. After extensive rehab, wins a gold medal at the Paralympics. Marries a beautiful wife, has several children. By that time he's older, he has many grandchildren too. If the world is one single path, what about RP's life? Where did his glory go? What about the happiness with his family? The only one who remains a CP with his rich wife. Is that a true happy end? Huh. It is a curiosity. Again, talking about the timeline exploration here, no doubt. The end, the timeline where Sigma and Diana had sex in a transport pod and gave birth to twins. That timeline still exists even if we eventually end up shifting to a completely different timeline. Oh, there's the schedule time. Hi, Gab. Oh, Gab just hangs out in the vents anyways. Oh my god. I just realized. This is talking about post-reveal. Oh my god, it's Gab's house. It's Gab's house. I can't believe it. It's amazing. I never once stopped to consider that. That's amazing. Murder 17 years ago. A young mother went jogging in a park. Used a fork where she usually goes right, but on this day she decided to go left. Why? Because there was a snail on that path. No one knows why she avoided the snail. Was she afraid of them? Or felt a sense of danger from it? Whatever the case may be, the snail caused her to switch to the left path. As a result, she was killed by a girl. Doing my best DC Douglas voice. The suspect who was taken into custody, a Japanese man, was not the culprit. He was falsely convicted and executed, and his wife committed suicide in her grief. The two left young children behind. The convicted man called a taxi before his arrest, but the taxi ended up picking up another fare instead, a brilliant surgeon. However, the car became involved in an accident, killing the surgeon as well as the young boy who was waiting for an operation by the surgeon. If that still hadn't been on the right path 17 years ago, what would have happened? Life is simply unfair, don't you think? So, if we piece together some things we know, I do wonder about that. Because in the canon ending, Delta mentions to Akane that her dad was falsely executed for murder. Left young children behind. Yeah, Akane and Aoi. Holy shit. So, is this murder 17 years ago, the murder that orphaned Akane and Aoi? Called a taxi. Taxi ended up picking up a brilliant surgeon. Killing the surgeon as well as the young boy who was waiting for an operation. Is the young boy Sean? What the fuck? Gab letter. Anagram. Oh? It was me. Sigma who was 67. What? (13/20/29). He's at the headquarters of Crash Keys. Oh. Told you it's fate. Deathly fail. Her eyes still shine with life just like a child's. Got us the moon. Oh, you came. They're on the moon, the Crash Keys headquarters. Oh no. Old me head to the DCOM facility in the Nevada desert and meet you. Oh. Our computers show story date as 1 zeros and superpositions of both. Hell yeah. Line phrase 5. Audentim forske veneske ivat. Phrase from Ovid, roughly translated to both love and luck help the bold. Named Sean. Thanks for that. He was gold Q in the promotional material. Ah! The other Phi. Baby Phi was indeed transported from 1904 to 2008, but a Phi also remained in 1904. What happened? Whatever happened to that Phi? Rumor is she became a brilliant scientist and worked at a research facility in the US well into her 100s. The facility was researching the transporter, and that's where the Phi from 1904 is sent. So Phi adopted her younger self in 2008 and raised her. What the fuck? Okay, we got some goods here. Okay. Post-playoff Carlos. The day is bright and clear. A girl in a white dress strolls along the beach, the wind tossing her long blonde hair playfully. Up until half a year ago, she had been confined to a bed. Carlos's eyes still tear every time he sees her smile. Come on, Carlos, you don't have to always help me. That's the point of my rehab. Oh, you're right. Sorry, Maria. Carlos brushes her hair out of her face. It's definitely not the summer sun that's making him act out of sorts. It's the fact that his sister is here standing before him. Maria grins up at him. What would Akane and Junpei say if they saw you being all fussy like this? It's fine. They understand how important you are to me. Both you and Junpei put your lives on the line. That was a different history. Going through that means we know how to treat reverie syndrome. I can't believe we have the ability to jump through space-time. I'm just glad you're able to control it now. It's all because Carlos met Akane and Junpei that Maria was able to recover. Wishes he could show them just how well she's doing. You're thinking about them right now, aren't you, Carlos? What makes you say that? Because you're smiling. Carlos closes his eyes as his unconscious smile turns fond. They're just about your age. It kind of feels like I gained a brother and another sister. You are going to their wedding, aren't you? Yeah, and you're coming with me. But first there's something Carlos needs to do, back when the three of them parted ways. I'll be waiting to hear word from you when you locate that terrorist. Carlos held his right hand out towards Akane and Junpei. The other two grabbed onto it with their own. There's no way of knowing if Delta was telling the truth, but if he was, one fanatic would kill off all of humanity. Akane and Junpei vowed to find this person, and Carlos offered to help. You can still feel the strong bond between the three of them, their hands clasped together tightly. I suppose I'd better get used to talking more before their wedding, huh? Holding her hair out of her face, Maria reaches out to her brother, who takes her hand in his, and they continue walking down the beach. The same blue sky above them stretches over friends Carlos knows he can rely on. Aww. Junpei sits upon a white sofa somewhere within the secret location of Crash Keys, twiddling a pen and sighing. What else should I say? Laying on the table in front of him is a half-written letter. Suddenly, Akane pops up from behind him. What are you doing, Junpei? She playfully teases. Gah! Junpei dives for the letter, but she snatches it from his face. From his fingers, and begins reading. Let's see. Carlos, without you, Akane and I would have never gotten together. Thank you. Is this an invitation to the wedding? No, it's most definitely not. Makes a grab for the paper, but Akane quickly moves it out of his reach. It's just a progress report. Junpei mutters. Okay, yeah, I mentioned the wedding, but the date hasn't been set yet. Made a promise to you and your brother. Are we sighting? We won't get married until we've dealt with this fanatic. Akane's face flushed bright red. She hastily hides her face behind the letter and goes back to reading. I'd like nothing more than to get the approval and blessing of our old friends. And those of you we met 6 months ago. Oh, I'm gonna get Seven's blessing? I'm gonna get Seven and Lotus's blessing? Oh gosh, I hope so. Eyes wide, Akane glances up at Junpei. He avoids her gaze, awkwardly scratching the back of his head. You know, it's a history where I keep searching for you, even after I'm old and craggy. It still exists out there somewhere, and when I think of that... A sharp pain jolts through Junpei's face. Akane is pinching his cheek. Ow, that hurts! What are you doing? To prove to you that this isn't a dream, Akane giggles. You still can't believe that we're together like this. Junpei shakes his head. You've changed a lot, Junpei. Half a year ago, you were never this honest. It's like... How do I want to describe it? Like a dream? Huh? Junpei leans in and quickly pinches Akane. Oh, now you've done it! She darts forward and goes after Junpei with both hands, getting in a pinch whenever she can, and Junpei does this. Once they start laughing, it's very hard to stop. They keep going until they're out of breath. I guess this is all thanks to Carlos, too. That's why I'm writing that thank you letter. On Akane's left hand, a ring glitters on her ring finger. Oh, they did it. They did it. What is going to happen to these three? Oh no, are they going to jail? Did she go to jail? Wait, what? No, okay. Matching silver rings. Okay. Hold up. Hey, Mira. How are you feeling? Are you lonely? Come on, Eric. You visited last week. Eric smiles wryly and reaches out to Mira with his left hand. Mira does the same, and their hands, with matching silver rings, lie on either side of the plexiglass window. I brought a new guest to see you today. Eric shifts to the side, and a head pops into view. You're You're... hiya, Mira. Long time no see. It's Sean, right? Yeah, I'm so happy I'm happy you remembered. Behind Mira, the sun is shining through an iron-barred window, lighting up the visitor room. It's been a long time, Sean. It's good to see you. The smile that appears on her face is real. Mira no longer needs to plaster on a fake one. When I heard you turned yourself in, I was really surprised. Eric was the one who convinced me. He said I should pay for my sins so we could be together. So that's why you got married in jail. Eric ducks his head shyly. Are you sure you're okay with this? Mira asks. He looks at her in confusion. Don't you regret marrying me? I did carve your heart out in another history. Is that what you said, Sean? Yeah, you did. Eric looks Mira straight in the eye. I've already told you this 100 bunch of times, but I forgive you. No matter what happens. Besides, you haven't killed me in this history yet, right? Yet. Mira's lips twist wryly. But the Heartrippers killed people. The Heartrippers killed people already. So many. Sean, stop it. Sean, stop it. Eric turns angrily on Sean, and Mira's face falls into a frown, but Sean continues speaking. You turned yourself in, Mira, but that doesn't mean you paid for all the crimes you did. Death of family and friends that were left behind would forgive you, even if you were put on death row. There's no way you could clear your sins here. Mira grits her teeth. But there is a way to clear them. Well, not what you've already done, technically. You have to pay for those for your whole life. That will never change. Maybe you can in another universe. Oh? What? Suddenly Sean's fist crashes through the plexiglass window. What is going on? Mira jumps backwards while Eric is frozen in shock. What are you... Eric can't even finish speaking before Sean moves. Jumping through the broken window, he kicks the outside wall of the visitor's room, causing it to crumble and reveal a giant hole! What? Is it confined to a text file? I'm sorry? Eric can't even finish speaking before Sean moves. Jumping through the broken window, he kicks the outside wall of the visitor room, causing it to crumble and reveal a giant hole. An alarm immediately starts blaring, and police officers rush into the room. But Sean darts forward and takes them all down in a blink of an eye. He holds his hand up to Mira. Let's go. Go where? I know where the transporter is being stored. You're saying we should go change history? Eric finally stutters. Sean nods. To stop young Mira from committing murder. Mira, I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can clear your sins. Mira stares out through the hole in the wall at the horizon extending beyond. I mean, use the transporter. They're all going back to jail now. They're all going back to jail now. Forever jail this time. How the police ever let this child with an orb on his head through security is baffling. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this outcome in this story. Okay. Anything else interesting we can poke at here? Transporters. Speaking of transporters, Good old shift. Space-time human internal fluctuating transfer. Crash keys. Better future. Tani's brother Aoi is second in command and assisting her from outside. Hell yeah, funky shit. So they're going on a wacky adventure of their own. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of parasites and shit. Observation selection event. I remember that. Yeah, this was all from the weird dice roll outcome here. Okay. So, this is just Sean, Eric, and Mira in doing their thing, going on bizarre adventures, setting themselves off to a bizarre adventure to change the past in another timeline. Which, hey, if my reading of the murders 17 years ago is correct, Sean, Eric, and Mira could create a timeline where the Zero Escape games never actually happen. Because the Heartripper murders don't start. Akane's dad is not falsely executed for the murders. So the real Sean is saved. Then, yeah. None of the games happen. Akane and Junpei live happy school lives. Delta and Phi, in theory, just cease. Yes, yeah, they would cease to exist in their current forms. With their funky shifter powers. There's always a chance that in a happier timeline, Sigma and Diana, young Sigma and young Diana, both meet in the same timeline and have a twins named Delta and Phi in just a different form. So there could be a fully happier timeline where none of this happens. But then again, God, this doesn't. There's so much here. Is this the There's parts of this plot that my brain is trying to wrap itself around. That it feels like I'm just actively rejecting the ability to process here. God. Honestly, mood. Mood. After all this. Would certainly explain why we're only ever shown Yeah. God. Ah. I can definitely see, in the end, I can definitely see why this game had the reception it did, ultimately. But, that being said, I still enjoyed this. I still enjoy this a ton. Maybe because I played it in a sense of trying to piece together what was happening in a given time frame, in a given time, even in a given timeline, and like getting those lovely endorphins when things started to come together. Seeing how things connected and flowed through these timelines. That I feel like for the most part, the plotting and the timeline progression was really solid. I really enjoyed that. And hell, even once we started shifting all over the place, that cranked things up to 11. Shifting all over the place and ending up here in the canon timeline. That ride might possibly have been my favorite series of events in this playthrough so far. Just the amount of shifts and dangerous nonsense that just got us to this point. Blew my mind. And I really enjoyed that outcome. Gotta say. I really enjoyed how that came together. There's a lot to be said about to be said about Delta and the implications of this being just one big plotline to be born. Delta having different powers, the rest of them. Like, it raised the question to me of, I guess first and foremost, how does Delta know about the future that he's trying to avoid? This, in theory, I suppose this makes me Delta, because I'm enjoying reading everything in each timeline and putting things together here. But God, again, everything starts here. We come into this one concrete timeline where Delta had shifted back to the 1904 and lived his life to the present day. Seemingly joining Free the Soul to some degree. Implying that there's someone out there worse than Delta. Seemingly, there's still so much which I feel like, unless I'm dumb and missing something, I never really got a proper answer. For example, who is the mystery terrorist? Who would have destroyed the world had we not released Radical 6? Who are they? How did we end up here? Is this literally a stable time loop? Where Future Sigma, where Delta knows enough to know the year he came from, hence getting the transporter into DCOM. Knows he has to manipulate a situation where he can get his parents in there and be born. How does he know who his parents are? It's a mighty fine question. We have one Phi who lived in 1904. Phi number 2 went to 2008, was raised normally, and then got frozen to the future, and then shifted back to past Phi, along with Old Man Sigma, who was New Sigma. New Sigma. Okay, New Sigma goes to 2047, shifts back into his young body. Fuck. Really is shifting, because New Sigma shifts to 2047. New Sigma shifts to the future when Old Sigma shifts to the past to go to DCOM. So New Sigma is forced to the future when Old Sigma shifts to the past. OG Phi is in the future. We've been frozen along with everyone else. Thanks for coming, Clover and Alice. You're here too. But hey, you might still exist and get to go to the Junpei and Akane's wedding in the best timeline. But hey. Junpei is living through an outcome he does not remember, where, because he escaped from DCOM with Akane thanks to Carlos's fail assistance. They get, he gets dosed with the memory wiping drug by Akane from the bracelet. And starts forever seeking Akane. Becomes old and bitter. While Akane goes to I forget the name of their group already, even though I read the thing a few minutes ago. And starts planning for the future jump. This is all one big stable time loop. That Delta's machinations ultimately help them break out of. Wherein the only timeline which they would normally get to escape, the timeline where they win the coin toss, and that timeline was specifically set up for the Force Quit boxes to blow the place up and shift the survivors to. But this is a question that deserves like a proper sit-down and hour-long analysis, but what exactly was Delta's goal? I suppose the implication here of how did Delta know about all this shit? This stable time loop existed, going to 2047, back to 2028, back and forth.
It existed. Delta Mindjacked, one of our future travelers, found out about all of it. No, how? Did he join Free the Soul and become privy to the true terrorists' intentions to destroy everything? I don't know. Feels like unanswered questions. And so he brought Radical 6 into DCOM with the distinct possibility of having it released. It was here, no matter what. Radical 6 was still in DCOM. It was still a thing that he brought to DCOM. So that's another point that he had to have known about beforehand. Yet if I've been talking to Junpei and Akane live when they transported into the canon ending. God, we could spend forever just breaking down the various intricacies of how the points of the series go together. There's a lot that connects. There's a lot that still melts my mind, but oh man, happy ending, which hell could very well set up later installments. You never know. Installments that took place outside of the normal timeline. God, I am. God, yeah, even if still the overall plot elements are a bit mind melting. God, a lot of this was still driven on the intricate stories. Hell, the relationship between Junpei and Akane and Carlos's budding friendship with them both, and encouragement of their relationship. Carlos just being a genuinely good dude. Fuck. Then we have the whole family dynamic of Team D. Who already have a weird, unusual timeline bending, paths crossing in the night. Relationships between Sigma and Diana. And then we have Team Q. We've got a lot of shit going on here. A serial killer, an ordinary dude, and a robot. Step into a bar. And that's it, that's the joke. But really, God. It took a while to get to that point, but really delivered a, I think Eric's backstory coming together was a compelling culmination of a relationship. A compelling culmination of just the feelings of being an ordinary dude in, like, a truly ordinary dude in a traumatic situation like this. The painfully real reactions to the traumatic shit that he sees and is involved in. The often contradictory responses, which I feel like was a point of developing Eric's character. The contradictory responses of, say, don't do it, don't push the button. Why did you push the button, you little shit? Oh god. Oh god, what are you doing? Just... Of course some of his reactions don't make sense. It's, he had a lot going on. He's not gonna process everything. He's not gonna process everything rationally and calmly and the like. It's fucking dramatic. People aren't gonna process things rationally in this frame of mind. And Mira is certainly... Mira. God, I think... Oh, man. I could go on about this for... fuck, another hour. But... we really are at the end, aren't we? It was a ride. It was a ride that was overall, I feel like saying overall a net positive would be doing it a disservice. Overall, I really enjoyed this. Like, there's obviously room for how it could have been better with a bigger budget, but how it could have been better if it was, if it didn't end up being having to resort to crowdfunding, but we got the final entry into the trilogy. For better or for worse, just the fact that this project got completed and released in any form is a miracle in and of itself. I don't know how many timelines Uchikoshi had to shift through to get to this one where this game was successfully released, but made it, and it is here, and we have it. We have the answers. Even if we wanted to see more, even if we wanted to see a more concrete resolution, hey, we got a timeline free from this cycle, free from this endless loop of shifting to the future and back to DCOM. Back to the future, back to DCOM. Free from this timeline where 6 million people die to kill one man. It does make sense then in the far future that Brother Delta is in fact the leader of Free the Soul. If he in fact killed off the big crazy leader. I feel like that's the canon timeline I'm going with here, Brother. Which means, somewhere in the sense of things, the old man lost Sean, fell in with Free the Soul, which means maybe Brother was involved in the original Nonary games, I don't know. Fell in with Free the Soul, came to DCOM to be born. Clearly, there's a big missed opportunity in the series. It's that we don't get to see who this terrorist is. Look, maybe it's the original Dio. Maybe it's the original Dio. Wasn't the Dio from Virtue's Last War just clone? Clone Dio? But hell, maybe it's the original. That might actually be the thing that just I downloaded from the morphogenetic field. That's the real Dio. The real Dio died from Radical 6, but clone Dio still got to join the future game, the Ambidex game. And yeah. Okay, I think if we piece together that much. Delta takes over DCOM in an attempt to, 1, create a timeline where Radical 6 gets out and kills essentially the decision point structured the game to put everyone through all of the funky, fresh stuff. Really makes sense here, then. Think about this timeline for a second. Team Q dies in the vote. So he sends Team C to the infirmary to get and poisons them. Then sends Team D to trash disposal, which he set up specifically for Team D. Odd Rec Room. Yeah, this is just a this is a dead timeline anyways, because Sigma dies. There's a distinct possibility when he has the gun loaded with blanks and live rounds that this is just a dead timeline for him. This timeline just gets fucked because Kanai just sends the reactor nuclear. Specifically, by engineering the timeline, engineering things to put Phi in the incinerator, he creates an outcome where Sigma and Diana are left mourning together. Like, my thought process would be that this specific timeline for Delta, he just puts Team C in the rooms that are going to kill them. Team C survives the first one, and then when he sees that Team D got the outcome he wanted here, Sigma and Diana mourning Phi's death, he then sends Team C to the other room that will definitely kill them. And then he puts Team D in the transporter room, knowing that that is the material, that is the key to him being born. Team D, just Sigma and Diana, alone in the transporter room mourning. When they don't transport, they blow up and die. That's a dead timeline. When they do transport, They just hang out for months. And successful birth. And that is the outcome that Delta wants the most. Now, the canon ending. Team C is gone. They lost the vote. Team D, or Team Q, gets put in the biolab, where Radical 6 is. If they inject Radicals... Oh, wait, is the death button? Yeah, inject Radical 6 leads to a healing room where they could just has the fucking button that just blows up everything. If they don't press the exploder button, Mira continues her rampage and kills everyone. Mira's Radical 6 fueled rampage where she kills one of Q's drones. And one of... I'm saying it now. One of Sean's drones. Then Zero decides now's the time to bring out another Sean and upload him to the cloud, which is essentially the missing step to Sean, quote-unquote, quantum shifting to some degree, which is what essentially unlocks the rest of Sean's possibilities here. This timeline is of no more use to me, he says. What is the use of this timeline? Question to ask. Really? I wonder. You don't really gain anything from it other than the knowledge that Mira is a serial killer. Discuss that in the comments below. While we're at it, Carlos' decision to kill himself or kill Akane theoretically decides if Mira died in the process of Junpei. If Mira died after killing Junpei or not. It's another fact to debate in the comments below. If you're watching this far in the 2-hour video, this is the finale. So, consider that, and comment on that. The study is interesting. It is very clearly Delta's study. I wonder how much more we could learn from files in Delta's study. It's a curiosity. So the pod room, we learn that's where dead people get stored. When we find dead Mira, after all said and done. When we figure out that Sean didn't kill Mira, Then we have the Sigma and Dinah shifting, transporting into this reality, finding their own dead bodies in the pods, and then things get really fucked up. At the very least, though, they unlock the truth of the facility, which is an important point, a core memory, to upload to the morphogenetic field. Carlos jumps in and jumps out. See you, Carlos. Boom. Suppose the key we get here is 1, delivering the true identity of 0, 2, using the helmet code to unlock our head, 3, 0 gives us the code to the terminal, and then says, I have no more use for this, goodbye. Bang, bang, bang. Mommy! And that's this. C-end is literally just Carlos and Junpei and Akane's canon ending, leading into Virtue's last reward. Yellow endings are game overs that aren't game overs. This ending is important because Carlos does not die. Carlos does not stay behind and die forever. That's like, there's a distinct reason why this press the button ending is not a game over. Because Carlos stays behind, but Carlos shifts into this timeline and then activates the transporter to leave and enter this timeline to get Junpei and Akane out of the shelter. Which, while Akane's objections are right, why didn't you do anything more than that? And Carlos just stares at them like a sad puppy. Yeah. God, still impressed at how all the timeline shenanigans come together here. It's so good. It's so good how it all comes together. At the same time, there's a lot that's I think I've worked out most of the head scratching bits here. There's still a lot of questions here, but there's still a lot of questions to be asked here. But I think we've worked out most of the confusing points in my head. I think it's smarter than I might give it credit for. Hell, even Delta's plan kind of sort of come together and make sense in the end. Oh. I suppose in the end, I think it's time for us to sign off here. Yeah. Darn. I was hoping we'd get a unique screen for achieving the true end, but then again, suppose let me just confirm. "31 of 33 achievements. Obtain all quest files, connect all trophies." What am I missing in the... How did I miss one quest file? Yeah, there was one quest file I was missing. How did I miss that? Amidex. What does he see? Wrong thing. File. Huh. We'll just leave that there. To be perfectly honest, eh. If we don't get a unique end screen, we'll just end it on a shot of everyone being passed out. There they are. GG. Alright. We'll leave it off here. I think I've covered everything I want to cover. At least everything I can think of immediately. I think it's time for us to leave the Zero Escape series behind after so long. Until next time. Until then. I thank you for watching. Are we going to move on to the next timey-wimey? Insane brain melting shenanigans series? You bet your ass we are.